I'm going to click record right now. So we are live streaming. But the special guest is actually on this call right now. So he's about to come up. He's about to grace the stage. And he's really going to bless you guys with the words he's about to speak, okay? You're going to be hearing from someone that is a man of faith, someone that is a man of leadership, tremendous leadership. You know, when you think of, you know, John C. Maxwell's, right? These type of leaders, he's up there in that equation, right? One of David's right-hand man, right? David Emenite, our chairman 750, one of his right-hand men. And for us to be, you know, even on the same call, getting the information from him, guys, first and foremost, I want to say, go out there, make sure you have your notepad and pen. I got my notepad and pen right here, and I'm ready to take notes. So I hope you guys are ready as well, okay? So this isn't just, you know, somebody that has just decided to come into this call. You know, there was a lot of planning, a lot of preparation that went into this, right? And I remember when I first joined this business, I heard of this individual and the things that they were doing in Jamaica, the things that they were doing in the Caribbean with this opportunity. And it truly inspired me because I'm originally from Jamaica. So when I heard about Luke, I said, wow, I said, this is someone that's not only going chairman 10, but someone that's also going chairman 25 through immense leadership, right? Through immense faith in the island of Jamaica and literally helping thousands of lives all around the Caribbean, guys, and all around the world. So you definitely want to take note. And before I bring him up, just so you understand the stature of this speaker, right? Before I bring him up, it's only right. You know, I was literally on his Instagram and this literally made me move. So I want to show you guys this, and then I'm going to go ahead and bring up our special guest speaker today, and he's going to light up this cool, guys. So check this out, you know, and this is Mr. Sir Luke Quamina.
Have the money to buy a new pair of shoes. Ladies and gentlemen, that was an event. Everybody say event. Now, I got my own events and I just told myself, and you got your own events happening in your life. But the day that event happened, something inside of me said, you were not designed for lack. You were not designed for poverty. You were not designed for little. You were not designed for lease. You were not designed for hand-me-downs. You were not designed for the rest. You were designed for the best. At 8 years old, I made a decision and I said, if my father could get up on stage and preach, I could say, if God be for us, then who can be against us? Why do we have faith? I don't listen. Why do we have a gospel and no results from the fruit? And she said,
wow. So you guys are really starting to see the picture, right? You guys are really starting to understand the scene that has been set for the individual that you're about to hear from, all right? So I don't need to say no more. I'm going to go ahead and bring him up, and he's going to grace this call and give us amazing leadership. He's going to give us an amazing training about this fourth quarter that we're in, and we're about to go out there and crush it. So without further ado, let me go ahead and unmute Mr. Luke Quamina. Can you hear me, Luke? Let me know if you can hear me.
Yes, sir. Do you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. I can hear you.
All right. Let me just get set up here. I was just jumping out of another training. I ran inside to make sure that I can just be on with you guys. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you? We're excited to have you here. Thank you so much for plugging in.
Thank you so much. You put me under so much pressure by replaying that speech. You know, the truth is most people don't know it. I was not actually supposed to speak at that event. The night before, David said to me, "Hey, what time are you going up tomorrow?" And I said, "No, I'm not speaking tomorrow. I'm going to speak at this convention that we're having that we're supposed to have in the U.S. because I'm from the Caribbean, and the other UK chairmen would have spoken at that event." He said, oh no, you're going to speak at this event. And so he did whatever he did and decided to get me there. So you got to thank David and Maniti for that, because the truth is, I really wasn't supposed to speak at that event, but that just really goes to show the type of leadership, you know, that we have. And thanks to you for, you know, inviting me on the call. I know you guys come from a very high caliber of leadership in your organization. You know, I see the different leaders over across in in the UK, what you guys are doing, and Zane and the entire team, the leadership team, hats off to you guys for providing what you do for your organization. And when you asked me, it's just a matter of scheduling. I just jumped out of another session there. And it's always a privilege to serve. And when I get the opportunity to serve, I don't necessarily care too much that you get fired up, even though I want you to. The key here is that you want transformation. I want you to hear me. Like, if you're going to do this call months from now for somebody else's team or for your own organization, for other organizations. So I want you to hear me to receive, but I also want you to hear me seeing that you are this person. You are the person who is going to be helping and serving teams, just like I'm helping and serving teams. So the key here in leadership is not just information, it's transformation. That means we want that after you get informed, you can be transformed. So I want to unlock some things for you. I want to bring some things into the light for you. I want to dispel some things for you. I want to make clear some things for you. I don't want you to think that, that you don't have the possibility to win big in this business, because the truth is you do. First off, a lot of people forget that we are in business. You say, well, Luke, that's pretty self-explanatory. Well, it isn't, because the type of emotions that I see displayed in the business, it shows that a lot of people aren't prepared for business ownership. The difference with an employee and a business owner is when an employee comes, they come at the time they were told, because they're not paid to come in an hour earlier. A business owner comes at the time to prepare for everybody else who's just coming on time. An employee is looking at the time, 5 o'clock to leave. A business owner makes sure everything is handled, everything is done, everything is off that needs to be off, and in place, so that I don't have to pay any extra bills with things running that shouldn't be running. A business owner thinks ownership. An employee, if this doesn't work out, I could go somewhere else and get a salary. And I think a lot of people still have not decided to own their business. Yes, IAM has provided an opportunity for you to learn an education here. IAM has provided an opportunity for you to share. You can use their platform. But let me ask you this. Would you be a business owner? Would you be a better business owner? Would you be better for it to own a business if IAM was not anywhere around tomorrow? You see, if you took IAM away from me, I still run businesses. I have several businesses that I run together with my family, extended, and also with my wife. So my thinking is different over here. A lot of you are thinking only on the receiving end of this. You're not thinking of 3 years, 5 years. You're still celebrating on getting paid on Fridays. I don't celebrate on getting paid on Fridays. I understand if I do the work, I'm going to be compensated. It's a law of the universe. Now, I'm not against anybody who's getting paid, but that's employee behavior. Why do I say that's employee behavior? I'm never surprised at what I'm compensated. I'm never surprised. Why? Because I understand my worth and my value. And you understand the work that you put out. Now, we're in the last quarter. Traditionally, I want you to write this down. Traditionally, in the last quarter, approaching Christmas, network marketing has a slow decline. One of the reasons for that is the people in the field who actually do the work get distracted with things that come up for holidays, things that come up for the season, things that come up towards the end of the year. They're busy at work. Remember, this was designed for people to do part-time. So I'm going to give you the truth. I never give information to hype anybody up. I don't want you to run around like a chicken without a head. I want you to be informed, because you're a part of an industry and you need to know how the industry works. Then I'm going to show you how to master it and how you can double everything you did for the year in this last quarter if you know the wisdom of how to close off a year in network marketing. So because the field can have a tendency to get distracted around these times, a lot of companies may throw out incentives, a lot of companies may throw out challenges, a lot of companies may throw out things that can keep the field very focused so that they can keep showing the business. I'm going to share with you how in the last quarter, that regardless of what season your business in, I'm going to show you what always works for a business. So you want to apply what is always consistently with 100% guarantee. It works for business right around the world, whether you're in network marketing or not. Are you ready? I'm going to give it very, very simple. I'm going to give you 3 things how you can win big. In the last quarter, in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, I'm going to show you, even with the urgency of closing the year, how you can win big in business. When you get up in the morning, watch this. When you get up in the morning, be very clear on how to deliver value. Hear me. I'm not going to give you any hype talk here. I'm giving you business talk here. Be very clear on how to deliver value. Nobody ignores a business that is consistent on delivering value. Whether you do food, whether you do wine, whether you're a restaurant, whether you're a supermarket, customers always rave about when they get value delivered. See, a lot of people are saying, I'm worried about this company over here. I'm worried people are going over here. I'm worried about people going over here. I'm worried about people going over here. I'm worried about people going over here. Guys, that's business. If I wanted a sandwich to eat, there are a lot of options to buy a sandwich. Stop getting carried away and nervous about people going to other companies. People will go to other companies. What you've got to do is mind your own business. What does that mean? Get up in the morning and be clear on how to deliver value. You see, I lead in such a way that when you leave me, you will feel a lasting loss. Why? Because I work on becoming the type of person that when you are not in my organization, you will feel it. Why? Because when I get up in the morning, I'm clear on how to deliver value. Now, how do I help you do that? When you get up in the morning, let me say this. What percentage of your organization are customers? Let me ask this. Let me see if you know this from your back office. What percentage of your organization are customers? People who registered as a customer only, not an IBO. They're just customers. Put it in the chat for me. What percentage? Waiting to see. AB, 87%, 94%, 100%, 97%. You know what that tells me? I'm going to mess some of you up here. You know what that tells? See, some of y'all, you jumped on this call to hear what you think you should hear. I'm going to mess some of y'all up. If your business is 87, 97, 100%, 85, 94, 86, 93% customers, why are you getting up in the morning and designing your business for the IBOs? You want to win big? You're running a business. If your customers complain that you don't have enough napkins, what are you going to do? Put more napkins. If your customers are coming in your business and say you open too late, what do? Open on time. Your customers drive your business. I don't know why a lot of people just think network marketing overpowers the fact that we're in business. Get wise. Have you designed an experience under your leadership that when a customer joins your business, you are thinking about delivering value? People like to be around people who value them, delivering value for things they value. Listen to me. People like to be around others who value them, delivering value in things they value. What do I mean? The first thing is, do you value people? I'm telling on myself. I used to build this business and rah, rah, rah. Who's the next P600? Who's the next P1000? Who's the next P2000? Who's the next P5000? Rah, 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 rah. People hit the rank, they're walking around depressed. Why are you depressed? I lost my rank. I dropped my rank. My business is going back. I lost my, now I know this is a normal part of network marketing, but I said, let me look at this person's organization. What are you doing for your customers? What have you designed as far as making sure to deliver value for your customers? Nothing. So what are you guys doing? Well, sign them up, put them on the Go Live platform, put them on the IM Academy. Is it working? No. So what are you doing differently? Nothing. We're signing them up, put them on IM Academy, put them on the Go Live platform. Has anything changed? No. So what are you doing? We signed them up, put them on the Go Live platform. We keep doing the same thing over and over again, not realizing that we're dealing with people. So the first thing I want to show you this, put back the emphasis on the right syllable. Do you know what that means? Value people, not volume. I know you don't want to hear this type of call, but I'm going to deliver something that will transform your business. Put the focus on people. You won't lose. So people love to be in organizations that value people. Don't talk about business first. How you doing? How's mom? How's your brother? How you feeling? What's going on? Huh? I miss you. You're not subscribed. Tell me what's going on. Things are tough at the house. No problem. Look, I'm going to tell you all this. Do you know I've sponsored customers who couldn't pay the subscription, and I put them on my subscription for the month until they caught themselves after 30 days. I gave them my login and password. Do you know why? It's beyond the subscription. What makes us different? Everybody's giving signals. Everybody has an academy. Everybody has some Go Live platform. Everybody has it. And then if they come in at $99, how you want to compete with that? They can send more signals than you. You're sending signals. That's not what gives you your difference of position in this market. What gives you the difference of position is you. They can't duplicate you. You are the designer's original. You are unique. They can't duplicate you everywhere. You are your greatest value as far as composition. So then you be the best that you can. They can't find you everywhere. So become the type of leader that values people. Watch this. Relationships are more important than accomplishments. People hit ranks and drop ranks. People go here and go there. People do this. Volume goes up and down. But that does not mean our relationship, the way we relate to each other, who we are to each other, that does not go up and down with volume. Relationships are more important than accomplishments. So my first thing is, you want to close off the first quarter? Put the emphasis on valuing people. Learn names. Let me ask you this. I don't mean to put any of you out. How many of you could put the birthday of somebody on this call in the chat? Not your own, somebody else's birthday. Put it now. Don't ask them, don't message them, don't WhatsApp them. Put somebody's birthday. Whose birthday do you know in this chat? Look in the names right now. Go through all the names. Who do I know? 55 of you on the call, 54. I'm not there. Whose birthday do you know? Put their birthday in the chat. All right. All right. This is what I'm saying. Watch this. You could be a group. but not a team. I hear everybody saying, what's up, family? What's up, family? What's up, family? And I'm not saying that some groups aren't family, but saying family and not valuing people is a conflict. You could say family all day. We have to be family. We are human beings, not human doings. I know we put a lot of the access on the work, work, work. Put the access on people. So you want to be a person who values people, right? Now watch this. Not only do you want to be a person who values people, but you want to be a person who takes action that adds value to people. Put in the chat right now, what are practical things I can do, you as a leader, to add value to others? You want to become a value-driven business, value-driven, people-centered, value-driven, people-centered. Put in the chat, tell me, what could you do to add value to the lives of people? Enlighten, send a personal card, be honest, teach, care, be transparent, quality time, honesty, daily checkups. Pretty good, pretty good. Now watch this. I'm happily married and I've bought things for my wife. And you know what she told me? Do you keep the receipt? Do you know what that means? She appreciates the thought, but she's not going to keep the product. Now, I don't get offended. Why? It means I did something to add value to her, but it was not something that she valued. Get this. She valued the thought, but she didn't like what I got her. So I realized to add value to people, you have to know what people value if you want to do it correctly. I think it's time for the leaders to do more listening. It's not that the customer takes the lead, but if we've got to serve the customer, we have to become better listeners. I changed the design in something I was doing with our system to support when I came off of a three-way phone call with a customer. You know what they said? They said, Luke, I've been sharing the business. They were brand new. I've been sharing the business with a lot of people, and they got a little disappointed when I told them when they became an IBO, they had to pay the subscription because once they're not a customer anymore, they could not get the 2 and free. And she said the reason they're disappointed is because I told them that they would still get it for free because I did not know that when you become an IBO, you no longer can get 2 and free. She was only in the business about 2 to 3 days. I'm doing a 3-way phone call with my business partner. So I'm not going to put him out in the bad light. You know what I said? I said, we messed up. It's our bad. You know what? You should have known. Get me on the phone with those customers. I want to talk to them directly. And the reason I want to talk to them directly, I said, it's so much information that we have to get across to you that we messed up by not making that clear to you. So let's talk to them, because the most we can do is be honest and let them know this is how it is. But our goal is to either get them 2 and free, or if they go IBO, we want to make sure that they pay $150 and above. So all of that money is not coming out of their pocket. I fessed up that we were wrong. I spoke directly to the customer, just like a manager will do if somebody got a bad plate of food. And I made sure now that she got those documents in hand, so she's now informed to tell her future IBOs. As soon as I got off the phone with her, you know what I did? I went back to the lab in the studio and I said, when we're getting people started, I did not accentuate on this in the get started setup. I'm shooting over a video to make sure I cover this aspect of so the customer informed my design for something I was using to serve customers. I have to have the humility as a leader to listen. We have to listen. If it's not working, don't force it. Change it. Renew it. Get together in masterminds and think about your business. Think about your market. Think about why. Okay, people are leaving. That's not bad. But let me ask the person who left. Hey, let me ask you this. You know, I'm trying to improve my business as a leader. I'm trying to improve how I run my organization. I know you're not subscribing. This is not calling you back just to subscribe. I just want to ask you, what could I have done differently? What could we have done better to make sure that you're here for the long haul? See, and I would use it for knowledge. So what I've been doing now on my three-way phone calls is I'm having conversations with people who are my customers. Why? 87% of my organization are customers. And you know what I found out? The average customer does not care about P150, P600, Chairman 10. They don't care about none of that. You know who's their hero? Their hero is the person who has put things in place to care enough that in their first 30 days, they get the experience that what they paid for, they've received the value. They don't care your title. They don't care if you're Chairman 10. If anybody takes a little extra time with a customer to make sure they get set up right, that's their hero. People don't care what we know until they know that we care. They don't care about Chairman 25. They don't even know what Chairman 25 is. They understand care. That's the title they're looking for. Are you a person who cares? And I'm telling some of you this. If you slow down to add value, you will speed up and add volume to your growth. I'm not saying slow down in your business activity. Slow down to add value. I'm going to be real straight here with you guys. A guy recruited 22 people in a month to go P2000. Smashed it. We celebrated him. Today, he cannot qualify as a P600. When I spoke to him, he's not in my line of business, but I was counseling with him. He called me. He wants to be on one of my calls. When I asked him what he's trying to do before the end of the year, he said, I'm trying to go 30 to 40 wide, brand new customers. I say, okay, good. I said, how many people have you sponsored in IM? He said, over 200. I say, okay, good. I said, let me ask you this. If your car has no gas, but it's full on oil, would it start? He says, no. I said, so the fact that it's full on oil does not compensate for the fact that it's empty on gas? He said, no. I said, well, your problem is not recruiting. I say, you're going to recruit a whole lot more people. Let me ask you this. Why are you recruiting people? I say, because you've recruited enough people personally to be a P5000. I say, you're not a qualified P600 because your issue is not recruiting. Your issue is leading people. I said, you need to slow down to add value and your business volume will multiply. Slow down and take care of people. You could do 12, don't do 30. Make sure you're adding value to people. Get to know them where you know what they value. So now you can do things that add value to them. When you understand how to design an organization that puts value or people over profits, you'll never have a problem with growing the organization. Now, let me say this. No organization continually grows. If any of us continually grew, we would become deformed. Organizations grow in phases. So you have 4 phases. You have what you call is the formulation stage, right? Or in any organization, what you call forming. Then you will have where people clash. and personalities clash and people leave. So you call that storming. So we form because this thing is getting excited. We're growing, but then we storm. We have differences. And I don't know if it should work this way. This is going to happen. And then we norm. After we storm, we norm. Things are settled down. Well, I believe this is how we're going to do it. This is how it should go. This is working for us. And then we perform. So you're not just going to be a performing organization all the time, because as seasons change, it's going to make you have to reform. Because we're in COVID. We were formed before, we stormed, we normed, and then we were performing. But because we're in a different season of business, it made us reform. We're back at stage one. It's not that we're a small organization again, but we're back at that season of our business. And we're going to storm again about certain things. And we're going to norm. And then we're going to perform. So the organization is going to go through cycles of growth. Write that down in your notes. And the people with the big checks are those who can outlast the storming. Put a 222 in the chat that if you're still here, you're a type of person who can outlast the storm. You got the guts. Put a 222 if you're still here. Look, I'm telling you, a lot of people talk about chairman as a hype. I'm telling you, you have to have some backbone. You have to deal with people talking about you, people leaving, people rebelling, people repelling. You got to deal with it. And that's where a lot of people, they fall off the horse. They do not have the emotional stability to deal with all the criticism, right? So you put the accent on valuing. Now, let me show you this. All right, it's 4:42. Watch this. Right now, we're October, middle of October. You have an event first part of November, and then we close out the end of the year. Let me give you the simplest strategy when you're closing out the year and you have an event in your last quarter. Let me show you how it works. Usually it would be a physical event. And what events do is that events, now I'm just giving you, basically what I'm going to give you here is, if you have a fever, you take this, it kills the fever, right? So I'm just giving you some, I'm not giving you the whole buildup. I'm just going to give you an immediate solution when it comes to how to deal with this. It's either you do it or not. I'm not here to convince you. And I'm gonna show you the numbers. So and explain to you how this worked even in my organization. So when you're in the last quarter, remember you build a business in 90-day blocks of time. Think of 2021, go to your calendar, and every 90 days, put an asterisk and put event. 90 days, event. 90 days, event. 90 days, event. 90 days, event. That means for the year, you should have 4 major events, which includes a company convention, which will be one of them. But in your local market, you should have 4 local events or 4 big events every year that you're going to drive the field to, right? So go to your 2021 calendar and write it down. Now, in the 90-day blocks of time, remember, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, to get to that event, you will set a goal. There is something you must accomplish, a goal by the 90 days. So when people are running for their goal at that event, they will get celebrated, they will get rewarded, they'll get incentivized. So at the end of the event, you put a reward. What gets rewarded gets repeated. So you don't just live for a month. You just do. The month always falls within a 90-day block of time. So this month is a part of the last 90-day blitz towards the end of the year. So event. Incentives are what we use to get people to the event. Incentives. So if it's January, February, March, and we have a big event, and the goal is 1,000 new P1000s, then there is an incentive running for P1000 in the first quarter. Y'all got that? It's pretty simple. So you always add an incentive for the reward of whatever you're trying to create, and that will be celebrated big at the 90-day event. So when they get to the 90-day, not only did they get an incentive for hitting P1, but at that event, there's a dinner, a yacht party. There is something that P1s will qualify for the pleasure side and for the, hey, I'm a part of it side, but they'll also qualify to be in a specific training when you fly in somebody for your event or one of your leaders and all of that, right? So this puts us in the last quarter. The event falls November 6th. Obviously, COVID has brought some challenges. So what you should be doing now leading up to the event is that every presentation that you're doing, what you're doing is using the energy of the new blood to get as many new people to the event. Your new blood is your lifeblood. Remember this, the new blood is the lifeblood. If anybody understands how to use new blood when they just come to your organization, you will get the big burst of energy out of them, and that way you can set up them for a foundation of success. I don't know if most of you know the story. In the Bible, there's a woman, she's at the well, and Jesus comes by, and she is having a lot of life problems. She had 5 husbands, she was with a 6th, and Jesus comes and talks to her and says, well, you need living water, not this water in the well here. He says, where do I get this living water? She says, explain to her who he was. And she said, if you drink this living water, you'll never thirst again. And he says, go call your husband. She said, I don't have a husband. He says, you didn't lie, because the guy you're with is not your husband. You've had 5 before. And she repented, she changed her life and all of that. And that lady, as soon as she had that experience, she ran to the closest city and started telling people, come see this man. Come see this man who told me about me, and I hadn't told him anything about me. Come see this guy who has transformed my life. Now watch this. What happened with her and Jesus at the well is what happens with new people at the event. Now watch, I'm giving you gold here. If you want people to run to a city and say, come see this opportunity, the event is what gives them the experience like that woman had with Jesus at the well. The question is, how many of them can you get to meet Jesus? Because when they leave, more than likely within their first 30 days, they'll go P1000. Watch this. I'm giving you literal gold here. So in the weeks coming up to an event, what you do is you are pumping as many presentations to get new heirs who are even interested to get a ticket to attend the event. Now, let me give you the numbers. If you have, watch this, if you have 100 people, because it's online, I'm going to push it to 150, about 100 to 150. If you have 100 to 150 people at the event, watch this, 1 out of 10, that means 10 to 15 people will want to run for P1000, you can get Chairman 10 done. You have a game plan out of that event to show people how to go P1000, and you get about 150 on there, you could identify 10 to 15 people who will want to run for it right after the event. Now, Luke, how do I get 150 people on there? Do you have 15 committed people who could put 10 people in that event? Do you have at least 10 people who are hungry enough to put 15 people in the event, online event for $25? We are creating pods. So in our country, we're splitting up all over, getting homes, getting houses. We're making the event an event when we watch it online. It's not going to be everybody in front of their own laptops. We're making the event an event. It's going to be fired up. People are going to be in the house screaming. You're hearing stories. So there's an event, wild event is going on. We're making it an event. When people come into that, they're going to leave to go tell their city, come see this opportunity. Watch this. If you put 200 to 300 people on the call, you will have about 20 to 30 people saying, I want to do P1000. Chairman 25, even running into Chairman 50. The event is what births the feeling in the person saying, I'm going to get this thing done. And the first place we're going to show them to proving that they can get it done is P1000. That's the building block. So what are you doing by putting people in the event? You understand how numbers work. 1 out of every 10 is going to get fired up to do something. How many 10s can you put in the event? Because 1 out of that 10 is going to get fired up and going to say, I'm the one you're looking for. I'm going to do the work. You show me what to do and I'll get it done. You put 500 people in the event. Look, how do you put 500 people in the event? You get 25 people to go to work and put 20 people in the event, just 20. That's how you put 500 on a call. You will have about 45 to 50 people saying, I want to go do P1000. In 90 days, you're Chairman 50 running up to Chairman 100. Not in 30 days, in 90 days. So the strategy for the last quarter, don't forget it, you become a person of value who puts a focus on adding value to people. Remember, you have 87% customers. Doing things that people value and understanding what they value. Do you know when I, as a chairman, do calls just that relates to my customers, do you know how much they appreciate that? When I don't even get involved and say anything with network marketing, my customers tell me they really appreciated that call. They don't like me to bait them into a call thinking it's for customers, and then I flip it trying to tell them go P150, P600. I'm telling you honestly, as a leader, I don't lead with hype. That's not what you're going to get with me. And I respect, if a customer's, I respect them. I have a name to maintain even after network marketing. And all of you on this call have the potential to lead it. You have the wisdom. You sit down and think and you'll see what starts to happen. The power of the universe starts to work with you and you will start to get idea how to add value to my people. How to add value to customers. What thought can I put? What book can I recommend? What could I send out and encourage them? How can I let them know? How can I make sure they have their trading plan? Put as much energy into adding value to people. You'll never have to work on growing. You can never grow organizations. You can only grow people. When you grow people, you'll grow organizations. We have some of the greatest leadership in the industry. Let me say this, not because David is my brother, David Emonitier. Create a library of the things that David has taught throughout history, not just in IM. He's been teaching for a while. Create a diet of personal development. Talk to your upline. Create a regime, a personal development regime. Don't listen to everything right now. One of the wisdoms of leaders is to know what to listen when you need to hear it. One of the greatest teachers in the world says, I have many things to tell you, but you cannot bear them now. So a good teacher does not say everything that they know. They only say what is needed for the person to take the next step and grow. You don't vomit knowledge on people, but also for you, you need to not listen to everything that is being talked about. where you are in your stage of growth, you need to hear something in this season of your business. Now, I would hope, I wasn't told what to share on this call, eh? Nobody told me what to share on this call. And that will be confirmed when I close the call. In my spirit, I believe this is what you needed to hear. I gave you some strategy, but I'm giving you at core as a business owner how to never lose in business. And it's being committed to delivering value. You will attract the best of the best when they hear you put the emphasis on value. Look, and let me say this. Be very careful how you model success. The sad thing about network marketing is that we use ranks to measure importance. And position is the lowest level of leadership. Rank. In real leadership, position is the lowest level. I never limit how I value people by their rank. It would be a very bad mistake for me to treat people according to their rank. No, I want people to respect and honor people who have done well in the business. But I want you to know in network marketing, there are people who can hit a rank, and it's not because there are people who can be offer value. A lot of times, some people have hit their ranks just because of how the cards have lined up for them in the system and where they've been placed and who's helped them and who came in. I am very aware of that. You have to know a builder when you see one, right? You have to know a builder when you can see one. So let me say this. We have our ranks, but nobody is too high to serve people. And nobody is too low to offer an idea. Hear me? Nobody's too high to serve anyone, and nobody's too low to offer an idea. I often ask my people, what do you think? How can we improve? How can we make it better? Would you help me? Would you get involved? I tell myself, I say, guys, I need an assistant. I fell through. That's my bad. I made a mistake. I should have put that recording out a long time ago. I'm sorry. I'm working on it. I confessed to my organization the other day. I said, I have not given you guys my best. I have to do better. I'm working on myself. I lead in a very transparent way because we're in this thing together. If I were to go through the stories on this family, God knows what some of you are going through right now. And you're here fighting away, pounding away at your vision. Hats off to you. I probably would love to hear some of your stories, but I do know this. If you want to go to the next level, become a leader that gets up in the morning to offer value. You will never be denied, and it will be impossible for you to be forgotten. Even when people leave my organization, and they do, they don't all may not like me, but they all do respect me. It's not important that everybody likes you, but they will all respect you because of what you stand for. You become a person, do things that they value, and understand exactly what people value so that you can do things that add value to them. In this last quarter, understand the power of the event. You know what the event will do. So your strategy now is where you're building to place people in the event. Every 10 people you put in the event, one is going to come out like a twig on fire and say, put me anywhere and I'll light. Sorry about that, guys. I was getting a phone call. For every 10 people you put in the event, one is going to come out like one of those coals on fire and say, put me anywhere and I'll set this world ablaze. put large numbers of groups of 10 in the event. How do you do it? This is where we work. This is not where you relax. This is where you overwork to put as many new people in front of the information in the event. Watch what happens when we come out of November to close out December 31st. It's going to be a story to be talked about. God bless each and every one of you. It's always a privilege to serve. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you at the top, not from the top, because you know what we say. The bottom is way too crowded. God bless you. And right back to you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Wow, wow, wow. Just drop the mic because, I feel like my spirit has shifted, right? I've got goosebumps literally, guys. Like, if you got goosebumps, if you feel a different type of energy about you, if you feel changed from that call, if you feel transformed, which is the correct word, just go and drop some sevens in the chat, right? Let's go and give it back to Mr. Sir Luke Quamina for that call because my spirit is different. Man, I just have so much gratitude towards you, sir. And that call was just so refreshing to hear. So, we love you. We want to thank you. I'm just going to recap on some of the notes, right? And something we can all do better at, right? Becoming a person of value, someone who adds value to others. Wake up every day being intentional to add value, right? Do the thing that people value. Understand what they value. We need to take time as leaders to understand, right, what people value, okay? And a good teacher doesn't say everything they know, right? They only say what's needed for the student to grow. Okay, you got a beautiful view there as well. I'm looking at the view, right? You're adding value to me right now. I want to be there, right? I need to be right there. Look at that. That is fantastic. Wow. Well, let me see if I can unmute you.
I'm just giving you guys the view.
Wow.
I'm just giving you guys the view. This is, I don't know how many of you ever visited the Caribbean, but obviously this is Trinidad. We're an island surrounded by water. So it's not too bad to be trapped and locked down when you're on an island, you just got to make it work. But I look forward to us being able to get together in person. And we want to keep doing events that we can now put together where people from all over the world can come and visit the islands. It's almost like business tourism, and we could continue sharing the message of what we're working on because we definitely have something special and we all have a part to play in it, in sharing this with the world. So God bless you guys again, and I love each and every one of you. Let's go out there and share with the world that we have a better way.
Amen. Man, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. And that's what this is about. We're for sure going to stay in contact. We're going to work on a collaboration, and we'll definitely be over there in the Trinidad nation, right? So thank you so much, Luke. We're definitely really going to emphasize on this weekend, right? Today, this call has really changed a lot. I know it's changed a lot for you because it's changed a lot for me. And just to let you guys know what we've got coming up as well, right? Tomorrow, we have a massive, massive call coming up, guys. I'm just going to go ahead and share it before we close off this call today, so you guys are plugged in and you know exactly what's going on, okay? Tomorrow at 7 p.m., just so you know, because we have so many changes coming up, right? There's going to be a new group chat out there. We're literally going to be adding so much value. We're going to increase the work rate going up to this event, right? Coming up to this convention. Okay, guys, we have a brand new brand, right? Our new brand is being revealed tomorrow. You need to be there. We need every single member on this call. Okay, guys, every single member, they need to be here to see the rebirth of what we are doing, and they need to see the vision, the culture, right? Our culture code. They need to understand exactly what we are doing moving forward, guys, right? So let's take everything we learned from today's call and let's make sure we are ready for tomorrow. Okay, guys, today has been absolutely fantastic. I can't stop thanking Luke. I'm going to get on the phone to him in a minute, but today's call has just been really life-changing. Right? Really, really life-changing. So let's take this energy, right? And let's make sure we transfer the message down to the people in our team. Let's transfer the message to everyone inside our business, outside our business. But not only that, let's go out there and let's make sure everybody gets to catch what we're about to do tomorrow. Okay, guys? Luke, if you're still on this call, thank you. God bless you. right? I want to thank you on the behalf of our organization, on the behalf of our family, ICE, right? And guys, go into the group chat. If you got value, go into the group chat. Just let us know how you took this call, right? Go into your WhatsApp chat, your Telegram chat, and let us know. Give us some feedback, right? Add some value to us. So guys, take care. God bless. And I'll see you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Let's go.